climate of India, global warming and climate change. Already in the past classes we studied that when Earth derived from the Sun as a planet, many of the gases were released. Which the gases were released, they did not escape into the outer space because of Earth gravitational pull. So, the thin layers surrounded the Earth. They are protecting us to survive on the Earth. Then what are the gases main important? They are oxygen. Oxygen is helpful to breathe. Next, nitrogen. Nitrogen is helpful to grow the plants. In turn, we will get the protein for our survival. And the ozone layer also. What is ozone layer? Ozone layer means when the ultraviolet rays passes from the sun directly, they will be protected by the ozone layer and it causes lot of help to survive of life on the earth. In sense, if the ozone layer is not there means, the directly passing ultraviolet rays from the sun, they won't give any chances to life survival. Still we have been continuing on the earth means, the main sources is ozone layer which is protecting the ultraviolet rays passing from the sun. Understood now? When the earth derived from the sun, forming as a planet, many of the gases were released. The gases were not escaped into outer space. Because of that reason, a thin layer surrounded to the earth, which is helping us to survive on the earth. So what are the gases? One is the oxygen, which is helpful to breathe. Such the gas is nitrogen, which is helpful to the growing of plants. In turn, we will get lot of protein for our survival. And the ozone layer also formed. This ozone layer is protecting, which is the directly ultraviolet rays passing from the sun. In turn, we are surviving in a perfect way. This is ozone layer and what are the gases formed. Next information is when earth formed, slowly atmosphere also took place. When earth formed, slowly atmosphere took place. Then the atmosphere started to catch. The atmosphere is trapping lot of solar energy. When the sun rays falls towards the earth, the atmosphere which is surrounded to the earth, the atmosphere is trapping lot of solar energy and the atmosphere does not giving the chance to escape total energy into the outer space. When the chance is not there, in that atmosphere we are feeling warm condition and observing the light condition also, which the light is now visible. This is the one of the important help from the atmosphere. Which one is we are feeling warm. It is also one of the help by this atmosphere does not give the chance to escape the solar energy into the outer space. that system is not maintained, the globe would become completely cold. The globe would become completely cold. So, that atmosphere is helping in this way. It is called greenhouse effect. It is called greenhouse effect. Suppose the question is given, what is the greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect means when the earth formed, slowly the atmosphere also took place. The atmosphere is trapping the solar energy in a lot. The atmosphere is trapping a lot of solar energy and it does not give chance to escape total energy into the outer space. In turn, we are feeling warm condition and the lighting visibility also. Unless the help is there by this atmosphere, the earth would become completely cold. This is called greenhouse effect. Up to end of the 18th century, the system and the controlling, the practice prevailed in a systematic way. That means the atmospheric work has been continued in a systematic way. Because of the common factors, the globe used to warm up as well as the globe used to cool down. But when 19th century started, the drastic changes took place. Anthropogenic global warming started. Anthropogenic means cause of human activities. When the industrial development took place, the human activities also created in secondary way to warm the globe. It is called anthropogenic global warming. Suppose the question is given, what is anthropogenic global warming? Means at the starting of 19th century, the industrial revolution took place. Because of the industrial revolution, the human activities started. It caused to warm the globe in secondary way. So it is called anthropogenic global warming. Next. Recently, the scientists are discovering large volumes of methane under the frozen tundras. As the globe is warming, then the ice in the tundras starts to melt. When ice starts to melt in tundras, inside the methane escapes into the atmosphere. When the methane escapes into the atmosphere, then automatically it also creates a lot of temperature. So when the temperature is rising, simultaneously the ice also melts more and more. These are all combined together. The global warming increases more and more. We know the methane gas is more powerful than carbon dioxide. So it causes a lot of destruction for the survival of living on the earth. Now the next topic is AGW and climate change. In the past topic, already we discussed about what is AGW, anthropogenic global warming. It is caused by human activities. So, this AGW, that means the cause of human activities, are in second way disturbing the long-term changes in the climate, the short-term changes in the weather. So the disturbances started. By noticing these all adverse effects, the international organization formed. The international organization formed, name is IPCC. The international organization name is IPCC towards control this AGW disturbances. What is IPCC? Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. What is IPCC? Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So, this organization formed many meetings in several places in the countries. Many discussions were made, but unfortunately, all discussions were failed. No solution came out. Recently, a meeting arranged. In Warsaw, which is the place in Poland. In the year 2013, many discussions were made, but that meeting also failed. Why? Now let us discuss the situation. Why many of the meetings are failing? This AGW, when disturbing to the climatic conditions of the world, the IPCC formed, there the developed countries are deciding and they are asking to the developing countries to stop using the fossils. What is fossil? Fossil means the natural gas or burning of the coal. Using the natural gas or the burning of the coal for the industrial purpose towards produce goods. So because of that, much more the destruction is starting in the atmosphere and it is creating global warming. So the developed countries' proposals are to stop using fossils. The developing countries are arguing, if we stop to use these fossils, then what about our development? Developed countries already they used these fossils in a drastic way and they developed. And the developed countries are now suggesting to stop these fossils. If the developing countries stop to use the fossils, then what are the development of these developing countries? So these developing countries are not accepting. Moreover, the developing countries also asking any other separate steps or development activities. What are their alternative ways? If the developing countries used to stop the fossils, they are asking and they are requesting the next solution for the development, any alternative methods. So, in that condition, no resolution came out. That's why the meetings have been failing. Anthropogenic global warming. The main human caused disturbance is deforestation, means cutting of forest. The cutting of forests have been taking place year to year in larger level. Simultaneously, the climate also has been changing in a larger level. When the deforestation is taking more in higher level, the temperature also increasing in higher level. So it's showing that lot of difficulties would be faced by the next coming generation on the earth. The final topic in the lesson is impact of climate change in India. Up to now we studied different aspects which are leading to the global warming and changing the climatic conditions in a long term way and the weather conditions in a short term way. So that impact is now year to year the temperature, the globe temperature has been increasing 2 degrees Celsius, increasing 2 degrees Celsius wise. Okay, you may feel that 2 degrees Celsius temperature increasing is not a criteria, but at a particular, if we take into consideration, it may be 4 degrees Celsius or 5 degrees Celsius. In some particular places, 2 Celsius degrees temperature rising is the average calculation. If we calculate in particular means it comes 3 degrees Celsius or 4 degrees Celsius or 5 degrees Celsius. So this tempo continuous means then the tundra zones completely melt. When ice melts, then automatically the sea levels also increases. When the sea levels increases, the nearby places will be drowned. Nearby places also will be drowned. And due to that factors, lot of destructions will be taking place. For example, the statement or the experience of KMDA, Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority. KMDA, Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority stated and expressed in the West Bengal 2009 the Aila cyclone. In 2009 in West Bengal, Aila cyclone, the name of cyclone Aila, it took place and drastically restricted and the people became homeless and shelterless. The people of that particular area became homeless and shelterless. That is the main cause. You can understand. As the many destructions such as because of this anthropogenic global warming, cutting of the forest, the climatic conditions changing, due to that reason, the rainfall also disturbed. The smooth rainfall also getting disturbed. In what way? In some places causing more and more rainfall. So in turn, there the floods. Where the places are taking more and more rainfall, there the floods are causing. How much of disturbance would be there? And in some places, very less rainfall. Because of less rainfall, then what the crops will be generated? It is also a lot of problems causing. And the final thing is, in many of the places, at least no rainfall also. Due to the no rainfall, drought condition is taking place. Drought condition is taking place. Now, finally we can understand that when the industrial development took place, anthropogenic global warming started. The further generation have to take lot of troubles for the survival on the earth unless we control these human causes, so that the international firms, the governments must take necessary steps to control this anthropogenic global warming and to maintain the peaceful climatic conditions to the better survival of life on the earth. This is the end of lesson. Thank you for watching. Follow well. If you have any doubts, please question.